here is a master plan Jared's been working on for 2 years. So Jared Kushner and there's Joseph, and Witkoff, which is Trump's special envoy to get this Gaza thing fixed, not doing a great job. So Kushner he yesterday revealed that they plan to rebuild Gaza before it was destroyed. They already had this plan, and this isn't a peace deal. It's a seizure of Palestine. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Trump's son-in-law, Jared. You want to hear it? Here it is.
We're working with a group of people who have been working on master plans for the last 2 years.
So there are plans already.
Yeah. We have plans already. We have a master plan already. And
for the last 2 years. So before they destroyed Gaza, they had a master plan. That would be called premeditated murder, I'm pretty sure. But again, the chosen ones are not subject to the regular laws of the universe. So let's listen to more.
And Jared's been pushing this, and we're working together.
So they've been pushing this. They had a master plan 2 years ago. 2 years ago is when the war started, before anybody knew what was going to happen. Apparently, they did know what was going to happen because they had a master plan, and the plan was to flatten Gaza, annex the West Bank, and then build the Trump Riviera. Let's listen to what. First of all, why does this guy always look shiny and wet? Kushner, doesn't he? He's feel guilty about something. Let's listen.
He looks like the son-in-law in Succession.
Yes.
You seen that show?
I haven't, but here we go.
On master plans for the last 2 years.
Look at his face. Did you see his face when he said it? Watch his face.
On master plans for the last 2 years.
Like, you're not supposed to say that. You said the quiet part out loud, dummy. You're not supposed to say that. Let's watch it again.
On master plans for the last 2 years.
Huh? Zoinks. So that's Trump's son-in-law talking about building waterfront property in Gaza. They've been planning this for a long time. Jared has been publicly talking about this master plan way before. So let's listen to him do this.
In Gaza's waterfront property, it could be very valuable to, if people would focus on kind of building up, livelihoods. You think about all the money that's gone into this tunnel network and into all the munitions. If that would have gone into education or innovation, what could have been done? And so I think that it's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there. But I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up. But I don't think that Israel has stated that they don't want the people to move back there afterward. The thing that I would try to do if I was Israel right now is I would just bulldoze something in the Negev. I would try to move people in there. I know that won't be the popular thing to do, but I think that that's a better option to do so that you can go in and finish the job.
Okay, so does he think that money? So he's talking about the money that they used to build tunnels. Does he think that money was supposed to go towards building up Gaza beachfront property? Because Israel drove suitcases stuffed with cash into Gaza to keep Hamas in power. So we all know that they're the ones who funded Hamas. Did they really think they were going to use that to build beachfront property? What did they think they were going to use that money for? Okay, so that's that. So I think the world should tell Israel, go fund yourself. But that's how I feel. Well, what do you make of this? Does that seem like an admission that they've been planning this all along? Because they have.
Of course they have. I mean, it's the same thing with Iran today. It's the same thing with the 6 countries that Wesley Clark exposed as a whistleblower that the U.S. was going to target and destabilize and try to commit regime change in. Because they didn't bend to the knee of the U.S. They don't have central banks owned by the British, so on and so forth. And I think that Jared Kushner should take his own advice. I think the U.S. should, instead of funding 800 military bases and waging all these wars across the world, I think that a lot more cities could look a lot nicer if the U.S. reinvested in building up better beachfront property rather than allowing homeless to lay all over the streets and crime to go up in all these cities. I think we need to focus on our issues.
Boy, that's you sound very right wing. I don't know. You want to invest in the United States? That sounds crazy. We're supposed to send money to Ukraine. We're supposed to send money to Taiwan. We're supposed to send money to Israel, and then we're supposed to invade Venezuela. So I don't know what you're talking about. That seems crazy.
Borderline anti-Semitic, what I just said.
That's very anti-Semitic. So yeah, it does seem like that they let the cat out of the bag there. And are we seeing things that Jared Kushner actually reacted to that? Like, what the? Remember how Anthony Blinken used to react when Joe Biden would say something stupid during his speech? Anthony Blinken was his chief of staff. He would go, "Oh God," he was. So wasn't even the Secretary of State? I think Blinken was, right? Wasn't he, or was he chief of staff?
Yeah.
And so that's what seems like Jared Kushner was doing there, right? Does that what that seemed like to you?
There was probably a long conversation with a lot of scolding after that took place. But I think Witkoff is actually kind of getting forced out of his position. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard that.
I did hear that. I heard that he's getting forced. And also Rick Grenell, who was the one that met with Maduro at the start of the Trump presidency, has been in effect forced out by Marco Rubio. I think Marco Rubio doesn't like that Witkoff and Grenell got to play Secretary of State and meet with all the bad countries. I think he's forcing them all out and pushing his agenda now.
Well, as I say in my stand-up act, when Trump appointed Marco Rubio, I thought it was like some kind of punishment for America. Come see us in Australia. Second show's added in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane. We'll see you in Burbank, California, the day after Thanksgiving. It's a Friday. And then Pottstown, Pennsylvania, December 6th. Plus, January 11th, we're going to be in Waikiki at the Blue Note. Tickets not available yet for them, but go to jimmydore.com for a link for all the other tickets.